don't care what you're doing to me. I've been down.
Let me tell you what growth looks like. When someone comes into your DM, not once, but twice, and tells you to sit your butt down, and you don't clap back. Hey guys, it's your girl Cherie. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel where we talk about grieve, grow, and glow. In this episode, we're going to touch base on the grow aspect. This has been weighing heavily on my heart this week, and I needed to address it. I needed to address it because we are talking about the growth aspect, right? And I was tested this week, and it definitely shows me how I have grown over the years, especially the way I handled a situation that came unexpectedly, right? So we're going to talk about this. So a few weeks ago, I had someone come into my DM and basically tell me to sit my butt down. Now, here's the backstory. You know, I am dancing queen. I dance on TikTok. I posted here on my channel. I posted in my stories on Facebook. Now, the irony of this is this particular person, this guy, is always in my stories. That's the beauty of Facebook stories. You see who actually watches your content. So it's not like this is a one-off. This guy has been viewing my content for months because I pay attention. So when he came in my DM and told me to sit my butt down, he used another word, of course. He caught me off guard because I was actually in Rhode Island and I was dealing with my child. My child had surgery about a month ago. So he definitely caught me off guard. And I did respond, but I did respond with, "Excuse me." And that's all I said. And he never replied or responded. So I thought, it's a one-off, pay it no mind. Until recently. Now, again, I told you guys how I get up early to go to work. So I'm up at 2:30, 3 o'clock. And so I got this message when I first woke up. And it was the same guy responding to one of my dances. Now, this dance I did was actually, I wasn't really dancing. I was just more bopping, right? Praising. I had my hands up praising. And it was to Pastor Mike McClure's song, "Turn It Around." And in the caption, it said, I survived 19 years of grief, losing my fiance. I survived COVID and pneumonia. I relocated to a whole new state, rebuilding my life. And God turned everything around. Like I was going through some trials and tribulations, but God turned it all around. Who wouldn't praise that? Right? And so when I seen the message, I was taken back. Because one, I didn't expect it. Two, I would still have sleep. And three, I was actually rushing because in the morning I have limited time to get ready to be on Facebook or anything like that. So all of that caught me off guard. And the message basically, and I'm paraphrasing because the message, I should have saved it. It's actually in my phone. But basically he was like, girl, you need to sit your butt down. You need to stop all this dancing. God is not of the world. And you need to basically conduct yourself like a woman. Let me tell you, grief has grown me. Because when you go through grief, you go through so much stuff, from overcoming losing my fiance, for moving to a state with no family, trying to build a life by myself without my partner, just going through so many trials and tribulations, loss of 35-year friendship. I mean, I have been through a lot. And grief has shown me a lot of things. And one of the things it showed me is to not react. Because let me tell you something, the old Cherie, that would have been a war. Like, I would have cussed him out from head to toe, and he would have been so sorry he came in my DM. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The old Cherie wanted to respond. Let me tell you, I wanted to respond. But let me tell you, God works in mysterious ways. He knew that I needed to calm down, right? I couldn't respond at that moment, but going 8 hours of pondering on it, being upset, fuming, talking to a couple of people about it, just getting it off my chest. I mean, I was livid. Because first of all, don't come for my character. Don't tell me that I'm not a woman. And I was not dancing, erratically. I wasn't dancing sexy or anything. I was just praising God. And even in my dances, I'm not doing the most, right? I am living in my joy. I am happy of where I'm at in my life. And the way I do that is through dance. I express myself. And I have never had a negative comment ever until him. I don't know what was wrong with him, why he felt the need to be disrespectful. The thing that really got me was, why are you choosing to come into my DM and look at the video? Because you have the choice, right? When you go into a story, you click on it. So it's not like it's coming up on your feed. You are choosing to click on it and watch my content. But you have a problem with me dancing, right? And if that's how you felt, you should just unfollow me. But again, I feel like it was just a lesson that I needed to experience. Not the negativity. I think the lesson was just showing me how I have grown over the past couple of years, right? Because I know through the 19 years, I had some things that I had to overcome. But I feel like in the last 5 years, I have totally changed in a lot of ways. I'm not the old Cherie. I don't react to things the way I used to react, right? I protect my peace now. Things that don't align with me, I just back away, right? And so after talking to a couple of friends and actually talking to my child, he really calmed me down, because he's like, Ma, why do you have to respond? And I said, because he came in my DM. He disrespected me. He said, okay. He said, but Ma, you are building a brand. You're going to get a lot of people that are not going to be okay with your content. You're going to get a lot of trolls. You're going to get a lot of negativity, right? And you might not have gotten it yet, but look where you're at. You're growing. You're going to run into that type of negativity. And you have to weed it out. You have to not give it any attention. You have to protect your brand. You responding back to him is going to have people looking at you in a whole different light. And that's not the way you want to represent your brand. And I know he made sense. He was, I raised him right. Because he made perfect sense. I was just angry in that particular space. I was just fuming, like, how dare you come into my DM and disrespect me? But there's always a lesson in everything that we go through. And this was my lesson for the growth part of this brand. It showed me that I have grown because I listened to reason. Back in the day, I wouldn't have listened to nobody. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to do what I want to do, right? But I have people that love me and want the best for me and was the voice of reason that I can sit there and actually process it and be like, I don't need to give him any response. Now, I wanted to respond and then block him. I did. Petty Betty over here. But my brand means more to me than getting my lick back. Because that's exactly what I wanted, to get my lick back. Why do we feel like we have to respond to negativity? So the growth was blocking him and not responding. That showed I have grown in these past 5 years. Now, I'm human. I'm only human to have the reaction that I had. But it's all about how you handle it. It's all about how you move forward, right? And so even though I was upset, I was okay. I was justified in being upset because there was no reason to come and disrespect me. So it was, what am I trying to say? It was okay for me to feel the way I was feeling. And I had friends to be able to get my anger out and talk about it, but then pull it back. Because what was more important to me was my reputation and my brand. I am building a brand, and I don't want negativity associated with my brand. And so block was the best option. And it was definitely a good learning segment. It really was, because it showed me how I would have reacted years ago to where I'm at today. Because I've been through so much, and when you go through your grief, people are going to test you. There are going to be times that you're going to be angry. You ain't going to care about nothing. And that anger, and sometimes it's not even about that incident that happened. You have a lot of built up emotion that they gonna get it all, right? And I think that's why I was so angry, because I feel like, I'm dealing with, a sick child. I'm dealing with stuff at work, unnecessary stuff. I'm dealing with sickness. I've been sick for almost 12 days. So a lot of stuff has been attacking me. And I just wanted somebody to feel the wrath. I just wanted to get it out. I'm so angry of all the things that I'm going through, but I know that there's something big coming down the pipeline, because The devil is busy. He has been busy. You hear me? But my God is going to get me through this. My God was able to sit me down and allow me to see the lesson, to see the growth in me. And so I say to you, look at where you're at. Look at in this season of Grieve, Grow, and Glow, look at where you're at. Being in the growth season, because I feel like I go through every part of the brand. I go through grief. I go through growing. I go through glowing. Like every day, there's always something that I'm dealing with. So I'm not 100% in my glow season. I feel like you will always continue to go through the 5 stages of grief. No matter if you're on year 1, year 5, year 20. You learn how to cope, you learn how to deal with the stages, but you always deal with something. Like 3 weeks ago, I was in the grief part, right? Came back home, was dealing with that. Then I was in the glow season. My happiness was back. I was feeling joy. I wanted to dance again because trust me, when my son was sick, I didn't want to dance, but I pushed past my grief to still show up for my brand, even though I did not want to. Even though my face looked like I'm happy, I'm smiling, but I'm crying inside. And now dealing with the growth aspect, the lesson that I'm learning on you're not that girl you used to be. Look how you handled that situation. Yes, you wanted to pop off, but the old Cherie would have not listened to reason. You would have did what you wanted to do to feel better. But the Cherie that you have become, you took your brand into consideration. You took account of how you wanted to come across in your brand. I don't want any negativity associated with my brand. And it's just where I'm at in life. I'm growing. I'm becoming a different Cherie. And so this episode, I really struggled with if I wanted to come on, if I wanted to talk about this, but this was a necessary topic. Because when you go through grief, you're going to have different challenges. And you may not necessarily have this issue that I have, but you'll have some form of negativity to be able to identify that you have grown as a person. Something will happen to let you see that, wow, even through the grief, through the sadness, through the trials, through the tribulations, God's still pushing me. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. And that's the best part of coming out on the other side and to be in the glow season. I'm not in the glow season today. A lot of stuff I'm dealing with right now, but as I look back over the last couple of days, I'm so grateful for the friends and my son that really talked me off the ledge. I'm so thankful. because I don't want to be that person. I rather walk away. I rather protect my peace. I rather block you and not deal with you. You know, it has been so soothing, healing to just be one with myself, come on here, giving you these episodes every week, dancing on the other platform, building my community of sisterhood, having the guys comment with positivity, no disrespect, just chatting it up with so many people, comments of how my dancing brings joy to them. It feels good. It really warms my heart. And after everything that I've been through, I love the positive comments. So keep on bringing the positivity over here. And I'm going to keep showing up for you guys as much as I can, you know, push past the days, the hard days, the bad days. I'm still going to come and give you the best content that I possibly can give you. All right. So I'm sorry this was a long video. I didn't mean it to be, but I knew I had to touch upon it because it was a necessary topic that I needed to get out and to discuss. We're not always going to have positive conversations, right? Sometimes I deal with negativity, so I needed to put that out there and allow you to see how I have grown and why I'm continuing to grow and evolve. All right? And you will too. So you guys have an amazing rest of your night. We will be back on Sunday for another episode on Grieve, Grow, and Glow. If you're new here and you like what you're hearing, or you know someone that would really benefit from the conversations on this channel, you know, share the video, like the video so it can get out to more people. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Become part of this family. We keep it real over here. 100% transparency. I'm only going to tell you the good, the bad, and whatever. I'm going to keep it 100. Always, right? And if you are part of the family, welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the content. And I will see you on the next one. Deuces.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met.